I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's what it looks like, as you say, the car sliding around as we have white flag. Last lap of the race here in St. Petersburg. Palou now with over a second advantage from Joseph Newgarden, who is falling back into the clutches of Scott Dixon. And guys, what a drive it has been from Alex Palou today, and from that DHL Honda and the whole Ganassi crew, overcoming so many difficulties earlier in the weekend.
And look, he's got a little bit of breathing room right now to Newgarden. He can't relax, certainly, but with only a handful of corners to go, only one real passing opportunity, Newgarden nowhere close enough to make it happen. But Dixon, he is trying to line something up here. This isn't over for second.
Oh,
so close.
Here he comes, up and on the inside of Joseph Newgarden. That's P2 for the 6-time champion. A great move from Scott Dixon to take second place. But Alex Palou, your reigning champion, the man they all need to beat, lays down a marker on the streets of St. Pete. Alex Palou wins the opening round of the 2025 IndyCar season as Newgarden seemingly coasting to the line and apparently out of fuel.
Looks like Newgarden just made it there.
And Alex Palou takes the applause of the crowd here as Ganassi celebrate, and one man will be extremely happy. And there he is.
He was just doing what he was supposed to do. He was staying on, trying to stay on the lead lap, and he did that, but right till the end.
I think Nick Yeoman hit the nail on the head.
Scenes of celebration then down in victory lane for Alex Palou and the Ganassi team.
Greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500. White flag for Alex Palou.
The last lap of the race for Mr. Perfect, Alex Palou. What a job he has done. Kept his mind in the game all the way through, unflappable, and made it work when he needed to. James Townsend, what a drive from our reigning champion. He has been brilliant.
Look, before the race started, we sat in the truck, we were talking about it. You had a good feeling about Palou because of the tire wear. You know how gentle he can be, how precise and smooth he is on the wheel. But after that first stint, I was convinced Pato could do it. He was so good on his tires, had such a gap, but you can just never count this guy out.
I mean, they asked me before the race, who's going to win? And you want to look for excuses why it's not going to be Palou, but the body of work, the skill set, the execution, the methodical nature of his approach and that of his number 10 team is just so overwhelmingly convincing that this is the best right now. You simply can't pick anybody else.
He has been phenomenal. He is the man that they all have to beat. He is the man with the target on his back. The reigning champion, the best in the field, and once again, he has turned up and turned it on. Alex Palou with a drive of pure perfection and absolute brilliance. It has been 5 years since a driver has won back-to-back races at the start of the season, but Alex Palou will do precisely that. He won in St. Pete. He wins at Thermal. Alex Palou makes it back-to-back victories to start the 2025 season.
Lap to go. Look at the number of push-to-pass seconds that Kyle Kirkwood is going to take with him, although you can't take him anywhere.
Kyle Kirkwood told me in the lead up to this season how much he had worked on himself, on his body, on his mind over the winter. He was so unhappy not taking home a victory in 2024. He said that was the first thing that he wanted to correct this season. The second was consistency. He has had that for the opening 3 weekends, and here in Long Beach, he has been dominant and crushingly perfect. From pole position to the checkered flag, Kyle Kirkwood wins in Long Beach.
Come on, boys. Let's go! Oh my gosh. Great job. Been a tragedy as always. Thank you guys so much.
Alex Palou is already on his final lap here at Barber Motorsports Park. Guys, he has been perfect.
Again, as he does, James, race after race, and Chip told us at the second race of this season, watch out, he's only getting better. And where we think he found improvement, outright one-lap pace, just dominant this weekend.
I didn't believe him, but I mean, it's hard to deny what's happening here. Coming to 3 wins in 4 races, unreal.
As he comes to the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag on the track where he won his first IndyCar race in his very first race with Chip Ganassi Racing, and wrote the first chapter of a book that has come to define the modern era of IndyCar. Mr. Perfect, Alex Palou, will do it again. Untouchable, undeniable, inevitable. It's gonna be 3 wins from the opening 4 races for Alex Palou.
Yes! Let's go, boys! Woo-hoo! Yes! Oh, man! You guys are the best! What a car!
As Palou takes the white flag.
White flag, last lap, as Palou begins his march towards the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag. Guys, once again, what can we say about this guy?
I don't want to say anything yet because I've seen things go wrong on the final lap. It's looking good, but I don't like to jinx it like that. I'm one of those guys that wouldn't put his hand up until you cross the line, because anything can happen in motorsports.
5.5 second lead, and it continues to grow as Alex Palou hit the brakes one more time in turn 7. But Joseph Newgarden is not done fighting today. Makes a move there with Nolan Siegel. That puts Newgarden up to 12th.
Newgarden fighting his way back through the field. But this man, Alex Palou, once again has done everything he needed to do. He came into this weekend looking at statistics that were on par with some of the greatest this sport has ever known. We talk about the greats, the Unsers, the Andrettis, AJ Foyt. Alex Palou's record this season matches them all. He wins 4 from the first 5. Incredible.
Let's go! Thank you so much, guys. What a team! You guys make me look so good on track. Thank you.
He's given all the props to the team. Alex Palou is breathing rarefied air in the history of this great championship. Look at that, 1.2, his average finish. It is now the best start since AJ Foyt's incredible 1964.
Will Ericsson get redemption from 2023?
White flag is out for the driver from Barcelona, Spain. Alex Palou could be on for his first oval and his first Indy 500 as he comes off turn 2.
Little slide out of 2, he moves to break the toe from Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson has it all now in his hands. It is now or never for Marcus Ericsson, but Palou has the lead. Palou has the advantage. He told us coming into this weekend, if I don't win the Indy 500 in my career, it will be a career unfulfilled. He had, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Palou will win for validation, vindication for Alex Palou. He has won the Indianapolis 500. Not over, not by a long shot in the fight for the podium places. Power and Herter over 3rd, and look at the exit for Will Power now. He needs a good exit. He has a little slide. He will have to use his push to pass. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Draining it on the straight. Will Power will have a look at Colton Herter, who will keep it on the inside. Braid as lake as he dares, and Power finds no way through. Herter's defense is staunch.
It's so hard to pick your breaking point from Colton Herta's position on the inside. You know that Will's behind with that push to pass, but a great job from the driver of the 26.
The last All-American top 3 in IndyCar was back in the year 2020. We're going to have one here today. But what about this man? Kyle Kirkwood is the king of the streets.
Checkered flag, winner, winner. Let's go, boys. Thank you, thank you. Awesome strategy, awesome pit stop. Man, we had to work for that one.
He didn't win just because Palou retired. He took this thing by the horns and won it all by himself. White flag. 1 lap to go until we see the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag, and Kyle Kirkwood leads the way. The man who, other than Alex Palou, is the only driver to have won races this season.
Here comes Rasmussen. Here he comes.
Street tracks as Rasmussen does take a look at O'Ward, but O'Ward gets to the inside of Kiffin Simpson. It will be Kyle Kirkwood, who has only ever won on the streets.
Right, baby, let's go,
no
boys.
more. He is an oval winner. Kyle Kirkwood wins again. A phenomenal drive.
Go, boys. Great race.
Auto Parts checkered flag, and Kyle Kirkwood leads the way. The man who, other than Alex Palou, is the only driver to have won races this season.
Here comes Rasmussen. Here he comes.
Street tracks as Rasmussen does take a look at O'Ward, but O'Ward gets to the inside of Kiffin Simpson. It will be Kyle Kirkwood, who has only ever won on the streets.
Baby, let's go,
No
boys.
more. He is an oval winner. Kyle Kirkwood wins again. A phenomenal
Let's go,
drive.
boys. Great race.
Chief Scott Martin's getting a celebratory bucket of water dumped on him for just another incredible performance. On track, in the pits, strategy, all of it.
Well, who had that on their bingo card?
Look at the top 5. More lap. It'll be party mode in Elkhart Lake.
White flag means one thing. It is 1 lap to go until the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag, and Alex Palou, as he has done on so many occasions this year, has a clear track ahead of him and 1 lap to go.
And if he does it, if he pulls off this last 3 miles of racetrack, it'll be his 6th win on the season, and we will still have only 2 winners over the first 9 IndyCar races this year. Hasn't happened since 1980. This guy, the other driver that's won 3 times so far this season. Just incredible.
And not just dominant from 2 drivers, dominant from 1 engine manufacturer, Honda, winning all 9 races. If Palou can hang on, we haven't seen that for a very long time either.
But what a drive it has been. What a strategy he has employed, has his team employed today.
And think about how many crazy moments Palou's been through mid-pack on restarts with Will Power and Kyle Kirkwood earlier, that moment of the race that we showed you. Always figuring out how to make high percentage decisions, protecting his equipment, delivering exactly what his team needs.
It's been 50 years since a driver won 6 of the first 9 races. That was 1975. The driver was A.J. Foyt. We talk about the hangover after the Indy 500, which he won with aplomb. Did he disappear? Did we forget about him? You bet we didn't. Alex Palou, championship leader, wins again. It's 6 from 9 in 2025. White flag, 1 lap to go at Mid-Ohio. Alex Palou is going to put it all on the line to take the win away and deny his teammate Scott Dixon. Look how close he is. Look how tight they're getting on the run down to 2.
And here they come to the keyhole. What does Dixon do this time? He goes low and Palou goes high.
Running down the hill one more time. Dixon on the button. Palou on the button. Probably one really good opportunity for a pass remains, and it's on the run down into this corner. There is no way through for Alex Palou unless Dixon now makes a mistake. But he is too wily, he is too experienced. Right from the start of this race, Dixon said, we're going to two-stop it. We're going to throw the Hail Mary. We're going to make the impossible possible. We're going to make the strategy work. Alex Palou has made an uncharacteristic mistake and has handed the victory to Scott Dixon, but Dixon had to make this work. It's a 21st straight season with a victory for Scott Dixon. What a brilliant win. And boy, he had to work for that. He had to make the move on his old rival. Has a look up the inside into one. O'Ward has it covered. Exit of two. It's now or never for Joseph Newgarden to deny Pato O'Ward a historic win on the occasion of his 100th victory. His centenary run will be capped off with success. Pato O'Ward wins at Iowa. The first Chevrolet victory of the year, the first McLaren victory of the year. What a job from Pato O'Ward. 100 races. Not Dixon a chance on the final lap. Is this what Scott Dixon needs? We are on the last lap. Palou has struggled with traffic all the way through the day. Dixon senses an opportunity. Dixon looks to take a move, but Palou has it covered. Palou will lead his teammate home. It will be a Ganassi 1-2. Alex Palou will take the victory in Iowa. Run continues. Only his second career win on an oval for Alex Palou, and my word, he had to work for it today. Ganassi back to the fore. Meyer Shank back on the podium. A wonderful run from Marcus Armstrong. His first podium of the season, his first since Detroit in 2024. Oh my goodness, Herta's got a good exit. He's had a great exit.
It looked like he did, and then
he kind of didn't. Yeah,
he got wide, maybe on that exit curve, and struggled to get the rear traction. Now he's going for the lunge,
and he's used up all of his push to pass, trying to make up for that little bubble, that little wobble on the exit of 11. Trying to hang with Lundgaard, trying to put the move in on this final lap here at Laguna Seca, where Alex Palou has looked utterly imperious from the get-go. Has tempered the storm and has ridden this race out absolutely beautifully. We came into today asking whether Pato O'Ward could mount the challenge for the championship. It is a championship which Alex Palou has led from day one, and with this kind of a performance puts one hand firmly back onto the Astor Challenge Cup. Stand back and admire him, stand up and applaud him. He has been perfect. What a performance. Utter perfection once again from Alex Palou. 8 wins in a season. Sensational. Hands off to Lundgaard and Herta, who complete the podium. A brilliant drive from the McLaren man in second. Pato O'Ward couldn't get the job done when he needed to today. Finishes 4th. Scott,
and this would be a great result and jump him up to 6th position.
The call is no pressure, and yet pressure is what has been on Will Power's shoulders from the very first race of this season. Question marks from the pre-season into the first race and at every round of this series. Is this his final year with Penske? He himself does not know. But with the drive of a champion today, Will Power asks the question, oh captain, my captain, dare you drop me? dare you get rid of the man who has led this team year after year, who has more poles, who is faster than any driver in the history of this series, who will win once again. Will Power returns to victory lane and puts Penske back on the top step of the podium.
Oh, good job, boys, all weekend. Very good job, very good job.
Cars, and he had to do all of his work on the racetrack.
Coming into this weekend, there was a feeling that we could have a first-time winner. And it's going to be one of the most electrifying drivers that we have in the NTT Indycar series. He's a USF 2000 champion. He's an Indy Pro 2000 champion, an Indy Next champion. And with one corner to go, Christian Rasmussen is now an IndyCar race winner. Sensational. Bravo. Bravo. Years old.
Yeah, you just won it, brother.
Have the position. Kiffin Simpson keeps the position for now. It is 2 to go, and every position still up for grabs. The final lap of the race. Joseph Newgarden leads. The gap over Alex Palou is minuscule. Simpson defends from McLaughlin, but Joseph Newgarden will awaken from what has been a nightmare year to the most beautiful dream. It will be a win at home in Nashville for Joseph Newgarden.
And I believe McLaughlin got Simpson at the line.
Another win, that's 11 years in a row for you with at least one. Great job, great job, sir.
And he did. It's a Penske 1-3. Palou comes home second. Simpson.